Here are words that I never thought I would possibly ever say again in the Crosby era. Sidney Crosby and the Pittsburgh Penguins are heading to the Stanley Cup final. Let's just take that in for a minute, okay? Just even making the conference finals alone would have been a success. Then you have the Stanley Cup. That's just icing on the cake, let alone the Penguins are probably one of the favorites to win. This was a team that was down and out in December. They were going nowhere. Crosby was probably playing the worst I've ever seen him play. He just was not producing. Mike Johnson was just suffocating him. Malkin was the only one who was producing. Even he was producing at a lower rate. Kessel could not find the back of the net. Letang just looked abysmal. Fleury was the only reason the Penguins were afloat. They were out of the playoffs. Crosby was 156th in scoring. December 12th, it all changes. Mike Sullivan comes in. Rob Scuderi gets traded for Trevor Daley, one of the absolute steals of the century. And the Penguins have never looked back. Yes, they lost their first 4 games, but until Game 5, the Penguins had not lost back-to-back games since January. And until Game 5, they had not lost in trailing after 2 periods since last year. They did it all season and for the playoffs until Game 5. That's incredible. They've showed incredible resiliency, incredible compete and heart. I know I usually hate those words. Just to even get to the final. Mike Sullivan's come in. He's totally changed the culture, the dynamic of the team. He's got Phil Kessel playing defense, something I didn't think would ever happen in a million years. He's got him back-checking for all the flack he took in Toronto. Yes, back-checking was not his favorite thing to do. He didn't always look like he was giving 110%. But I've never seen Phil Kessel try as hard or have as most fun as he's having now. He could not contain his excitement last night. He's made some incredible back-checking defensive plays. He did that in Washington instead of Nick Bonino for the game-winning goal. Malkin also was back-checking last night. He single-handedly almost caused a goal by stealing the puck. Crosby did the same thing, got in sustained zone pressure. He was an absolute beast. He didn't find a way in the score sheet, but it was one of the best games I've ever seen him play. It was just a complete effort. Every time he had the puck, he was making things happen. He was dominating not only offensively, but defensively. He was playing in the offensive side of the puck, which is something that he did not do with Mike Sullivan, with Mike Johnston. He was 156 in scoring, and he finished 3rd. That's an incredible jump. He had produced at a point level that I didn't think we'd see again from Crosby ever. Not since 2010, before his concussions happened. And Letang elevated his game, getting himself getting in the Norris Trophy conversation. He ultimately didn't get nominated. He should have been, but he's had an incredible playoff. He's really bounced back. Oli Matas really bounced back after his tough playoffs. He's been great since Game 5. Brian Dumoulin came out of nowhere, and he looked like the perfect Paul Martin replacement, a poor man's Paul Martin. We are playing the actual Paul Martin against San Jose. I can't say enough about how well this team has played. And you know what? It's been a really fun ride, but I'm not ready for it to be over yet. So we only got 4 more wins. I definitely think the Penguins can do it. The fact that they have home ice advantage is huge, and the Penguins have more depth on this team than they've had for a long time. Guys like Brian Russ stepping up, getting it done. A sick goal. That was 2 sick goals for him in the past 2 games. Who knew how fast he was on the breakaway? Great pass by Kunitz, too. He's looked a lot better. You have Tom Kuhnhackl, who's really played well in a defensive role. That's really been a good shutdown line. You have Matt Cullen there with Tom Cullen as well, and Eric Fair, who've really done a nice job killing penalties. Matt Cullen still got it at 39. You have the HBK line, which has just been dominant. Basically, all players left for dead, unwanted. by 2 teams, Kessel by 1. Well, Kessel, actually, they've all been traded twice. Onwada by 2 teams, come together, look absolutely dominant. You've got Malkin playing well again. He made Rust look like Wayne Gretzky. Rust put it out of his mind last night. And then you have Sheary, who's really picked it up. He's really fast, playing with Crosby and Horny, getting it done. And then you have guys like Oscar Sundqvist, too, and he's looked really solid out there, like a poor man's Jordan-Stahl, a very poor man's Jordan-Stahl. And then you have Bo Bennett, who's he's not bad, but he's not great. He actually is not a liability to your team, which is what you want. And then, of course, Trevor Daley's injured, which is a huge loss. But Justin Schultz has stepped in, and he's really played well on the bottom end, in a limited role. You also have Poulet back there who can chip in when you need to, who's a really incredible defenseman, really talented. And then you have Ben Lovejoy, who's found, maybe because he's a free agent, he's having an amazing season, but he's playing out of his mind these playoffs much better than I thought he would be playing. And then you have 21-year-old Matt Murray in net, now 22, possibly a favorite for the Conn Smythe, who's channeling his inner Patrick Waugh. And if the Penguins go all the way and win this, he could be up there in the conversation along with Kessel or Crosby. He's just been in Letang. He's just been absolutely outstanding. He did not start off the series great, but he really finished the series strong. And kudos to Vasilevsky because he was also amazing. He was the reason why it even went 7 games, why the games were as close as they were. He really gave Tampa a chance to win last night, but Pittsburgh just said no. They took a page out of Team Canada 2014, Sochi's book, and they just shut it down. They played a stifling, crippling offense. Tampa couldn't get anything going. Not even the return of Steven Stamkos could help them. The Penguins did let him get free a little bit too much, and I think they'd like to clean that up against San Jose, especially against a team with all those top-end scorers and a really strong defense. They're going to do what the Penguins did. The Penguins are going to have to get past that. But if they can get past that, I think Jones will be the worst goalie that we've played all playoffs. And we know Murray's outplayed Vasilevsky, Lundqvist, and Holtby. He can definitely outplay Jones. Not that Jones is bad, but he's his first year as a starter. He's been a bit inconsistent. I think Murray, there's no reason why Murray can't outplay him. But because San Jose has so much scoring and so much depth, again, a honeymoon coach as well, I definitely think it will go 7 games. But Pittsburgh has the advantage. I can see them raising the cup on home ice in Game 7. I'm going to go Pittsburgh in 7. That's my pick. I think it's going to be a heck of a series. One of the best we've seen in a long time. Really exciting. And this will be the Penguins' 5th trip to Stanley Cup Final in franchise history. It'll be their 3rd trip to the Stanley Cup Final since 2009, since I think the lockout shortened season, since the first lockout, which is rivaled only by Chicago, who has 4. For an underachieving team, that's pretty good. You've got 4 conference finals and 3 cup finals, possibly 2 cups, at least 1 cup. So you know what? That's more than Mario and Yager ever had. So it's pretty good. But hey, Crosby's a bad leader. So that's all I have for this video. Please like if you like, subscribe if you really like it, share with all your friends, tell everyone, and I'll see you after Game 1 on Monday night. I might not upload it till later because I'll be in Amsterdam till Wednesday, but I'll try to put it on Wednesday before Game 2. That's all. Bye for now.